Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday night watch stream. I don't know if you're getting the delay with my mouth moving and the words coming out. I could see like there's a little bit of a delay on my end. Hopefully, there's no problems on your end. Anyway, again, welcome to another Saturday night watch chat. We're gonna do a member giveaway. We're gonna give away a watch this evening, a nice Bertucci Field watch here. It is quartz and yeah, just to let you know, like I've had this watch for a while, so it's new. It's never been worn, but it's been sitting, with a bunch of other stuff that I'm gonna be doing giveaways on. So the battery's dead, so you'll have to replace the battery. But hey, you potentially get to win a free watch. Anyway, what a weekend! Um, Football in the U.S. close to the playoffs in baseball in the U.S. So it's an exciting sports weekend. My kids had a soccer game. My wife and I coached a team. My wife is the head coach. She actually played soccer. I never played soccer, but I'm just there for moral support, and I'm coach clipboard. I hold on to the clipboard. Now I do a little bit more than that, but she makes all the game time decisions, right? And my son and my daughter are on the same team because the ages they fit in the same, yeah, they're in the same division, and so they're in the same team, and we coach them, and they both scored goals. It was awesome. My son, first time he scored any goals, he's got 2 goals he scored, and then my daughter followed up, and then she scored a goal. So it was a very, very proud pop moment for me, and yeah, man, just excited to get the end of the summer out of the way. Although it feels like it's coming back, the heat has been coming back here in the Northeast. It was cool. The end of August was very, very unseasonably cool, and now September is unseasonably warm. Right, it's catching up. So hopefully that won't last too long, and we get to sweatshirts and jackets and cold weather. It's stuff that I really, really love. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. I got the I'm wearing the Citizen. Yeah, my little Citizen ProMaster diver, the E365. Love this watch. I picked up another Citizen. I had mentioned it, and I was wearing it on Watch Soup on Wednesday. It is a ProMaster. It's a GMT, but it's a mechanical GMT, and it's all like the blacked out, dark. I don't know if it's DLC coating. Anyway, I don't know too much of the specs because I have to go on the website to see all the specs. Anyway, it's a great watch though, and I like it. So I got quite the little. No, I mean I got a 3 watch Citizen watch sub collection with the Series 8, with the GMT, and with that diver. I'm really happy. I'm really digging it. I mean, like right now, I'm in the affordable watch range. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I could afford. Um, with the kids, as you guys, if you have kids, like they cost a lot of money, right? And so, trying to like, be more conscious about where I spend, or where I shouldn't spend. I'm not spending, as much anyway. But it is fun. The Citizen has become my guilty pleasure, right? It used to be Seiko, like when I was like, oh man, I really want to get a new timepiece in a collection, but I don't want to spend the money to get something on the higher end, right? It used to be Seiko. Get like a Seiko diver, right? That was my that was my guilty pleasure, and now that's moved over to Citizen, man. I mean this. And I keep talking about it, but their eBay store is just great. Anyway, look, I'm not necessarily going to be affordable watch Bobby Legs. You know what I mean? Like we're going to still talk about the luxury watches. We'll talk about some new stuff that came out in the last week or so, and we'll do this watch giveaway. But let's say hello to people on the chat. And Robert Wood, he becomes a YouTube member. Awesome, Robert. Appreciate it, buddy. We got that link over to you for the Discord. I know you just popped in there, and thanks for the support. Really, really appreciate it. Underachieving watch collector is here. What's up, buddy? Mr. Wilson, big win for your Detroit Lions today, right? Bouncing back from that loss in week 1 and really sticking it to the Bears. Maison, how you doing? What's going on, sir? Caliber is here, and there's Robert. Mr. Tiger Tail. Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. So we'll get some people to come in the chat and see, and then we'll run this giveaway. Anyway, guys, let me know what you have on wrist. Let me know whatever questions you have. What do you want to talk about? Again, we'll go over some new watch releases here. We'll talk about, my love for Citizen. I don't want to talk about it anymore. You guys know I love Citizen. Um, so let's not, unless you want to talk about it. But we got some other watches that we're going to talk about today. Let's see what we have here with the new releases. Um, new. I want to talk about. I saw some Audemars Piguet AP releases its first 38 millimeter perpetual calendar Royal Oak and code 1159, a smaller package, still attractive. And yeah, I mean, like, look, Royal Oak's classes. I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of that ice blue dial on the Royal Oak here. Of course, the old gold watch is beautiful, and not a big fan of the 1159 typically, but I do like what I'm seeing here. I don't know, just gold. The older I get, and I think it's a thing. I don't think it's just me. I think it's a thing. The older you get, the more you like or appreciate gold. But these are very, very handsome watches. I'm sure expensive as hell. But going with the 38 millimeter now. Look, I'm not a big AP expert, but in the bigger size, what was it, 40 or 41 or 42? My impression was that these watches didn't wear big in the first place, right? And I could be wrong, and if you can back me up or correct me in the chat, um, yeah, like they never these the Royal Oaks never really wore big. That's what I heard. So I'm curious to see how these 38s will feel, and I'm sure with the gold piece on the Royal Oak, you're going to feel some heft to it, right? Because it is gold. But wow, 7.5 millimeter to 8.3 millimeter on the profile. Um, Interesting. For many years, what is it, measuring an identical 39 millimeter diameter, with a weak indicator on the inner flange and the 41 diameter. The new 38 millimeter versions of the Royal Oak and the reference 268684 are available either in steel. Okay. Um, the 38 millimeter, the proportions have changed. It's now 38 millimeter and a 9.4 millimeter case thickness compared to the 41 and a 9.5. So just a really like a frat, like just a wow, just a hair thinner, um, and 3 millimeters smaller. So anyway, okay, I guess there was a need for this. Okay, sure, sure. Quick facts on these: 55-hour power reserve. Didn't see a price right off the bat there. Um, Tiger Tail saying random thought, but is Sanjay from Engineer Manji okay? He has. Look, your guess is as good as mine. I think he's okay. I mean, I think he's okay. I mean, and he's got a big family, right? And I knew, and a couple years ago, he started a new job, and so I think that takes up a lot of his time. And priorities change, so maybe he's focused more on family these days. He's got a big and young family, so I'm sure. I mean, I have two kids who are 8 and 6, and I feel like I don't have time for anything else. Well, obviously I'm doing a stream, but they're in bed right now. But I mean, I think he's got like 4 or 5 kids who are roughly, I think his oldest might be 8 or 9 years old. So yeah, yeah. So I think he's got a pretty full life outside of watches. So I think he's okay. And if he's watching, hey Sanjay, how you doing? We miss you, buddy. And hopefully we can hear from you soon. Mez9, cheers everyone. How you doing, Mez9? These new Sayosas are really cool. Rolex Land look for a Citizen price. Yeah, the Sayosas are. I like the Sayosas a lot. They look more luxurious in their price point, right? Um, I think AP should sell the 1159s in steel as a sports watch. I think it would work as a sports piece. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I mean, like, but I mean, like, I think it's like the trend with the luxury timepieces, right? That your sporty watches are gonna go. They're gonna release a precious metal version of it, right? I mean, that's just the playbook. It feels like, especially with these high end, brands. Um, but anyway, I mean, I do like this. I do like the combination of the color combination of this, like, army green. Is it army green or olive green, maybe? And this rose gold. I think this looks like this is a very handsome watch, and love what's going on here. Um, Again, not a big fan of the ice blue dial in this scenario, but like the full gold much better. Okay, let's go back and see what else is going on here. Stone dials seems to be quite the rage at all price points. Um, seeing a lot of these lately, and yeah, I mean, like, the 1159 soda. Uh, you know, I'm not crazy about it. Again, like, I'm not a huge 1159 fan in the first place, although in the last few years their design or something that the tweaks and changes have been improvements, in my opinion, for my eye, right? When they first came out, not really my thing. Um, yeah, I mean, these, I don't know. I can't pinpoint what I do not like about this. Maybe it's just like too much of one color right here, right? You got the blue strap, um, and the blue dial here, the red strap and red dial, and maybe that's okay. Um, and other brands with other models have made it work. For me, it's not working here, and it's probably because of the pattern that we're seeing here on the stone. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just not really doing it for me. What do you guys think? I mean, for me, it's just not really doing it. Let's take a look here at price point on this. I'm sure these are not cheap. Yeah, 140,000. Okay, so limited to 100. The stone dials they're going to be a premium for some reason. They're charging a premium on these stone dials, and I guess maybe they're harder to work with, perhaps, or harder to source. 150 pieces for each stone, 140,000 Swiss francs. Yikes! Big price point there on that one. Um, yeah. Okay. Moving along. I gotta be honest. I got to chuckle with this one. the the Tissot. Like, man. I mean, like, I don't know where I've seen this before. This watch and this design. Where could I possibly have seen this? you know. I mean, this is like some sort of combination of the date just and the day date, right? You got the date style numerals on here, and yeah, yeah. It's funny. It's funny. I think these will sell well because there's no mistake in what they're going for here, right? Um, Date sucks though. The date sucks. You know. This is so, yeah. I mean, and there's something about the numerals. I feel like the numerals are too um close to the center. You know what I mean? Like they're like or there's maybe too much distance here. Well, I think this is an illusion here. This is the okay. I think I see the chapter ring is right here. It felt like at first that the dial went further closer to the bezel. Okay, maybe this is not so bad. Um, I would have to see it in person. Um, but or no, I don't have to see this in person. I don't know. This is just, man. Oof. This green is terrible. This is terrible. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. Yeah, that date is that's a shame. Like, just either just move the date over and lose the three, or just don't do a date at all, right? Um, yeah, that's a shame. That's a mess. That's a mess right there. I mean, the whole thing is kind of a mess. Although it probably will sell. Um, but um, but that's an unfortunate mess. I guess maybe they had to do a little bit. Ooh, this two tone. Oh, that's bad. Well, I can't. Why can't I just go over here? Well, ugh. These are a little better. The full yellow gold one, or fake yellow gold, is just not for me. This rose gold one is a little bit better to my eye. I mean, I think I would go with this ice blue. That would be the one I'd go with. Um, but yikes. You got the Powermatic 80, okay, or the Powermatic 48 in a 30 millimeter. We don't need to see the movement. Okay. Um, 1025 to 1095. Steel and gold PVD. You're gonna pay $70 more. Part of the permanent collection, if you were wondering. Um, Yikes. Um, let's see here. Let me catch up. Uh, yeah. Hey, Tiger. Yeah, young kids, man. Right. Hey, Eric. Good to see you, bud. Look at the new 556s. Will do. You like them? Okay. I have to see one in person, but for now, that's a so is not for me. Yeah. Better. Absolutely. Better without the date. I totally agree. Let's go. I think I'm gonna go on Watch Buys to see that Zen. The Zen site is not for me. It's just oh man, I dread going on it because just the functionality and the experience just sucks in my mind. Um, Nothing against the watches, obviously, but you probably get a little bit better pictures on that site than you would here on the. Okay, here we go. Um, let's see. Oh, let me do that. Uh, make sure that we are on the same page here. Okay. Let's do some of these. Well, before we get to 506, I mean, like these 104s, right? So we know the 104, right? That's the. I've always said that the 104 was the gateway to German watchmaking and gateway to Zen watches and the gateway to German watchmaking. And they came out with this classic 12 version with the subdial here for the seconds. And at first I wasn't too crazy about it, but I think it's growing on me. Yeah, it's definitely growing on me. Again, I don't need to see the back of this movement, but I kind of I it's growing on me, right? It's expensive though, man. It's 2650. Yikes! Yikes! That's a lot. It's a new phone, really. It's not a limited. I don't think it's limited. Um, we got a Salida 261-1. I don't know much about that movement. I guess maybe it is the um, small seconds version of the 200. Does it say anything here about the movement technologies? Bu- 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 Maybe I should go on the site. Um, but I like the way it looks. I do like the way it looks. Okay. Let's keep going here on I'd get and I would get it on the strap. I wouldn't bother with the bracelet. I'm not a big fan of their bracelets. Okay. Um, the 556 made 24. Wow, man. I remember when these were not as expensive. Limited 300 pieces. Okay. Yeah. Not. I feel like there's not too much contrast here for me. Not enough contrast in regards to the hands and the dial. I feel like in person that that I can get lost, and like certain time, certain ways of like the reflection could like make it difficult to read. I had an experience like this with a similar dial and hand type with a Seiko Sumo. I know, different, totally different brands, totally different watches, but it had like one of these ice um, blue dials and the silver hands and indices. And upon like moving your hand a certain way, like it was hard for me to read the time. Um, you got the pink. The green is kind of interesting. I like the green on this strap. I like that. Okay, I can hang with that. I'm not a fan of the 200 movement. That's the problem. That would probably be the deal breaker or for me. Um, I'm not a big fan of this Leah 200 movement. I've had problems with it in other watches, and I'm sure maybe Zen handles it better than most, but not a big fan. But I like that combination. Here we go with the sand. Okay. Um, it's okay. It's paired up nicely with that gray textile strap. Again, I wouldn't go bracelets with these guys. Although if you had to, and I think they offer it, the Fine Link is a decent bracelet. The H, what do they call it? The H bracelet. The H Link is a no go for me. No go. EZM threes. Man, okay. It looks cool. It looks cool. Again, the 200 movement. That's got the Tegamented hard DLC. It's 500 meter. Yeah, I mean it's a cool watch. I'm not a big fan of that movement, and I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick to it. Tissot Wimbledon, right? Yeah, the Tissot Wimbledon. That's funny. Um, yeah, the dial it loses for you. Yeah. Zin doing the color dial thing again. They're doing it again. Too late to the game. I feel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Um, New Panerai, Resonance, or what did Jenny L call them? Oh, she called it something. It was like she mispronounced Resonance. Um, New Grand Seikos. Let's just take a look at this Breguet. I mean, like it's just gorgeous watch, right? I mean, there's so much going on here, but it's so beautiful. And I'm sure crazy expensive. Look at that thing. Oh my God, Jesus. I mean, I love it. I know it's crazy. I love this thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure the article is talking about how crazy it was to make that dial. But just a beautiful watch. Breguet does it. I mean, like, how can you not love Breguet? Breguet does it again. Man, man. If I were to hit the lottery, man, I'd be buying Breguet. That that's what I would. If I hit the lottery, if I hit the lottery, like I'd be going Breguet. Because and the reason why it's high end luxury, high horology, and I mean I don't know what the availability on this one, but I would say like most Breguet pieces are available, right? As opposed to like Royal Oak or Patek Nautilus or even the Calatrava or ALS. data graph. You know what I mean? Like those, like you had to like jump and do hoops to get these kind of timepieces. Develop relationships with salespeople. With Reggae, like I think like it'd be a no problem. You know, if it's there, you can have it. And then I would go hard on Reggae. If I had, if money wasn't an issue, and I came across a big chunk of money, and took care of my family, did all the things, all the checked all the boxes, and I had an ample watch budget. You know, I just go Brigade, man. I'd go Brigade. What would you go? What would you go? I mean, realistically, like yeah. Let's say you win a ridiculous amount of money, right? And but let's stay. That's the unrealistic part. But the realistic part is like, okay, you have all this money. You know, what watch would you get? You know, what could you get? Today, if you wanted to walk to an AD and get a watch. You're not going to be getting the Nautilus. You're not going to be getting the Royal Oak. You know, because those are not going to be made available to you. Um, you're going Brigade, right? You're going Brigade because you can get the Brigade. Right? If they have it, they'll sell it to you. You know, um, if they have a Royal Oak in the safe, and that's your first time going there, they're not going to sell it to you, right? So I would go Brigade, and I'd get my fix, right? It's probably easier to get a Royal Oak than the highest end Brigade, whatever. But I mean, I could get a Brigade Tradition, right? I could probably get a Brigade Tradition. Yeah, some of these higher end Brigades, I mean, they make like very, very few of them, right? Um, you can get a 37 millimeter Royal Oak Chrono. Yeah, but I don't want the Royal Oak Chrono, man. If I'm gonna go Royal Oak, I want the 41 three-hander, two-hander, or whatever it is, on the blue dial, the one that everybody wants. And they're not gonna sell that right off the bat to me. But if I want a tradition, you know, they'll sell it to me. They'll sell it to me. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do the giveaway, right? So I am doing a members only. You have to be a member. And I think that went through. Oh, let's this. Okay. I hope I did it right. If you're a member, you can enter and win the Bertucci Field Watch. Hasn't been worn, but I've had it for a while. The battery's dead. I'm sorry, the battery's dead. But like it's a cool watch, and you just have to go maybe do it yourself, or go to the mall and get somebody to do that for you. I'm sorry, but it's I still got a bunch of these watches that I got to give away. They've been sitting, and it takes a while to go through it. It takes a while to go through it. Okay, let's share the screen where the giveaway is. Boom, share. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Where are we? Giveaway tool. Let's close that. Okay, so hashtag Bert for the Bertucci. I'm gonna start collecting comments, and if you guys want to enter, if you're a member and you want to enter, just type in hashtag Bert in the comments, and you can get a chance to win this handsome Bertucci Field Watch. Don't all jump at one. There you go, Eric. Eric might be the only one. Eric might be the only one to jump on this, Eric. You may win. You may be the one to win. I know you've entered a couple of these, and you haven't won yet. Maybe this is your time. I hope it is. Wilson, Bert, Bort. What are my chances? I don't know. Right now, it's 100%. Right now it's 100%. There are some other members in there. We'll give it a few minutes. Anyway, having some fun on a Sunday night. Doing a giveaway. Ernie, silly, so silly, so silly, Maison. You're so silly. Go, Eric. Okay, everybody's rooting for Eric. All right, I'm gonna close it up. I'm gonna close it up. We're gonna. Oh wait, it won't let me. It's not gonna let me blip. I guess it won't let me draw because it's only one. Um, but wait. What if Eric's gonna win? Eric, you won. Okay. Uh, you won. So hey, man, congratulations, Eric. Let's see here. If you want to uh, claim your prize, um, just email me here. Oh no, or you could just message. You actually, yeah. Email me here. This is the best. This is the best way to do it. BobbyLeg1791 @gmail.com. I'm gonna throw in a couple more things in there for you too. I'm gonna throw in some swag. Um, Not Bobby Legs swag. I mean, I don't have any. Do I have? Wait, do I have? I think. Do I have mugs? I think I may have a mug. I think I may have. Congratulations, Eric. Heart fought, well deserved. Uh, oh man, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Um, yeah, like this. I still think I have some Bobby Legs mugs. I think I do. And there's like other like watch paraphernalia that that Hobby Bobby has or the intern has donated over the years that I got to get rid of. That I got to get rid of. Thanks, so yeah, no problem. Uh, you've been holding. No, I haven't. Oh, come on, like I haven't been holding out. I mean, it's just like I got stuff. No, no, I don't have any umbrellas. No, I think umbrellas would be like the last thing I'd get. Right. I got some hats. I got some hats. Um, I got so many like NATO straps. I have probably several hundred NATO straps that were donated. Several hundred, easily several hundred. Am I freezing up? I was freezing up there a little bit. It looks like. I don't know. I haven't had a great connection lately from home. I don't know. I don't know. No, I know I'm up, but I just like it's. I'm just dwelling on the lack of connection. Yeah, Wolfgang loves NATOs. He does. He totally does. Oh man. Well, look. Anyway, it was great hanging out with you guys this evening. Um, I'm gonna call it. Look, they told me to come back to the office and work. I was working from home for the last 7 or 8 years, right? I mean, before Rona, was a thing. Was even in wherever wherever it came from. Before it was a twinkle in the eye, wherever it came from. Um, I was working from home. I was remote, and now the company in the last few months were like, nope, you got to come in like and you got to come in like 4 days a week, and which I guess I had a good run, right? I had a good run, but I got to wake up like really early now, just to beat the traffic. I still hit traffic, but like beat the bad traffic. So I get to work. I get to work. It's like 7:30 in the morning when I get to work. Um, but yeah. So I'm tired. I'm like beat during the week. You know what I mean? Like I've been sleeping in on the weekends, like 7 a.m. I'll wake up, or 7:30. Today I got out of bed like at 7:30, and it's just a bummer. But the one cool thing about it is rotating my watches, right? So I'm matching, or trying to match as much as I can, the watch I'm wearing with my business casual get up. So that's been a lot of fun, and I'm taking more pictures and posting it more on the Discord. So that's the good thing. That's the good thing. But now, like, I feel like I want some more watches, which is like opposite of what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to be more economically responsible, at least for the next few years. Um, well, I guess some things, some our business loan paid off for our business that we have, and all that happy horseshit. And so, anyway, stay tuned. Wednesday, another episode of Watch Soup. And if you haven't had the chance to check out Clayton's podcast, it's the Watchdog Podcast. Links of that are in the show notes for our episodes. So if you want to know where you can catch that, I mean, you can catch it on Apple, or wherever. I think he's on Spotify too. I was actually listening to his podcast today. I was driving to go pick up my kids from my in-laws, and I was listening to he was talking with Dirk from the Dirk Warning channel, and Dirk is he reviews mostly knives. He does some watches, some watch reviews, but most he's a knife guy. And yeah, man, good stuff, man. You know, um, it's good stuff. Anyway, have a great one. Have a great week. See you guys on Wednesday. And Eric, don't forget to email me, and we'll get this watch out to you, and maybe with some swag. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.